Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I'm just going to talk about my experience in the 450 Pro class and maybe a little about the track 250 time. But so yeah, guys, I mean the thumbnail probably gives it away and the title of the video gives it away. Last night we got into our first rap 450 Pro race, so we made the A. Well, technically speaking, we didn't. So how it worked out was I qualified P32, and you have to qualify within the top 30. So I literally missed out by two. But Wes was kind enough from Ace Moto to say if like two guys don't show up, I can get that spot. So basically, I missed Moto 1, waited around for Moto 2, and there was like four guys didn't show up, I believe. So there was like 26 started Moto 2, which gave me that position. So technically, I didn't qualify, but like I was so close. But we still got the race, it got the experience of it, and man, I got my ass smoked. I knew going into it, I did say to myself, I was like, no expectations. I'm going to get lapped, maybe once, if not twice. Which, yes, Mr. Linz and the banana bike and the Zook lapped us twice, I believe. Which, I'm not disappointed by that by any means. The guy has like thousands of hours. I have probably 500 as of now. So I mean, like that is a big old gap. But yes, he also lapped up to A place, so I wasn't kind of bummed in. I was like, okay, he lapped up to A place, and we got lapped twice. I wasn't the only one to get lapped twice, and I finished P20, so that had to give me 1 point. So I actually scored a point as well, which wasn't too bad. Man, now I know like some of the guys pulled out, but still you got to be in it to score the points, right? But yeah, guys, I mean, it has given me a different like perspective for the game. So like me racing B mains all the time, I wasn't actually too pushed about getting into them because I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna get taken out and blah blah. But if you can make the A mains, man, well at least in two or 450s, there are a lot cleaner riders in it. I mean, like last night, everybody was so aware, like where everybody was. Like when I was getting lapped, I was looking, I was like, okay, I move out the way. I have no business holding you up, and vice versa. If I was catching on to someone, they do put up a fight, but I mean, they don't like ride dirty, which is actually sick because it makes the racing fun. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was kind of sick because I follow like normally I don't do NA, but now I'm trying to give myself every possible chance with 2 rounds left to go to actually make a main like actually qualify. So I normally like watch Linz's stream and I see how they ride, but man, how fast it looks like they're riding when you're racing against them, it looks 10 times faster. But they're just super consistent overall and just super fast. Like they can nearly hot lap every single lap. Where I will like put in, I don't know, let's just say around here my quickest lap is 148. I could do 148, then my next lap could be like a 52. So like consistency is key, obviously in sand as well. I mean, this track, funny enough, guys. Okay, we're kind of getting off topic now because we're going straight and talking about the track. But when I heard about this first, I was like, because I didn't really dwell with Lamel, so I was kind of, I don't know, not like buzzed for this, I guess. That's what you want to use. Like I wasn't really looking forward to it, but I was because they took a week off, so I was just looking forward to actually racing, but not the sand track because I'm not a sand specialist by any means. But so yeah, but when the track dropped, man, I was actually like finding myself doing quick laps, or no, quick laps to me, not to like pro times. But I was like, oh, this could be the day because I can get quick laps in early. And for EU, I missed out on the pro spot by 5 positions and NA by 2, as I just said earlier. So I mean, we're there, man. We're there. We just need to find that few tenths of a second, literally. And what the kill thing was for NA last lap, I was like half a second nearly up, and that would have put me in automatically. But it is what it is. But yeah, guys, I mean, I had a blast. It's just a crazy experience being in there. I mean, yeah, like Lynn's lapped me twice, man. I was like, holy. That was my first time I ever get lapped twice, by the way. But it is expected just being in a race like that. And I kind of want to give him a little shout out because I watched his stream a little just to see, myself, rather than me looking at myself all the time in first person. Boing. But I want to give him a little shout out because for a guy who's like probably one of the biggest YouTubers in MX bikes, he's like over 50k subs, and he actually like kind of, how would you say, he gave me, I don't know if you want to say he gave me credit, but he said I'm on the grind and whatnot. Like he just shouted out my name. which is kind of sick because like some YouTubers, like big YouTubers are like just, how would you say, without trying to sound bad, but they're literally a dickhead. They're like, oh no, I'm too professional. But man, like I do actually like respect that. I do respect that. And I also heard him go on about, see this, watch this, we don't even know where we're going with this video now. We're meant to be talking about track, we're talking about lens. In a good way. But he also said that when he was starting out, like if somebody told him he'd have 50k subs, that he never would. Now, not saying I'm ever going to get that, because I don't believe I will either, but he did say like he never thought he would. So it's kind of a little bit of motivation. You know, that's what every YouTuber kind of needs, because sometimes if you don't get like if the views are dropping or something, I don't know, then you're like, okay, I'm not going to release great content and blah blah. That's what gets in your head, but it's the idea of it is release the best content you can and try to be good at the game you play, which I'm not very good, but I would say I'm like an average Joe. Um, so that's my little tips as well, and try to release content like every day if you can, which is obviously difficult if you work and whatnot, but yeah, guys, I mean, we probably do one more lap as I talk about the track, and then I'll show you a little pit bike track. Well, I think it's a pit bike track, but so this track, man, sand, I was presuming big holes and whatnot. Now I keep going to the left there because if you hit that bump on the right hand side, you go down, which I go down from that line too. But if you hit the right hand side there, it's like the bump is like concrete. That's just the only fault I have. But everywhere else, man, it's fairly solid. Like if you get one lap in, you actually feel like a beast. I've seen Lynn's taking this line, but I can't do it for the life of me. Well, I didn't even hit that right. He basically hits the bank and scrubs it, but it didn't work out for me. Skill issue, you know. And also, I seen they were taking this outside, whether I was going inside. Like, it's funny how the pros were taking, like, so I raced B EU class 450, and the lines we were taking in that were a lot different to the lines the pros were taking. It's kind of funny how it works out, but it's kind of an eye opener. You kind of maybe for the next round, then you can latch onto that. That was another line, which I kind of messed up. And here, you want to triple it in every time, but yeah, you want to triple it in because if you double, man, you start casing your way through. So you want to try to hit it clean as possible. And now you can actually send this into a 6 scrub. Well, whip should I say, because you are not scrubbing low there. But yeah, man, I mean, it's not actually quite difficult, this track, which is nice because it's actually like a fun pro sand track. And you can actually jump this as well. But it's actually fun to play. I mean, there's nothing too like demanding about it. There's nothing too crazy. I mean, obviously, like as I always say, if you're like a newer person to the game, you are just going to struggle with this track. But you know, I think we might do one more lap because if you want, you can watch my stream. You will see my 48 I got in, I believe. But I would like just to get in one good lap. As that lap is bad, like really bad. But if you said that to me like a month ago, I would have said that was a good lap. It's just funny how when you progress, all your standards get a little bit higher. I'll try to kind of take the quicker lines too, just to show you how they actually work out. I'm going to try this line again. Oh yeah, there you go. Keep it lovely low, get the drive. Beautiful. Now I didn't replicate it like Lynn's, how he does it properly, obviously because it's just a skill gap. Now see, I go in here. I don't know, it doesn't work out any bit slower. Maybe you can just carry more speed in the outside. And then you want to jump into this inside row. Take it nice and easy. Outside here. Now you want to kind of pop in here to that little ridge, but didn't have the speed to get it. And you want to turn in here, which you don't really want to do that, but it'll work that way. You want to double out of that. So you just lose slightly bit of time. This is a triple in, double, single. You can probably triple out of that, which I haven't tried yet, but I would experiment with it. It's kind of outside really everywhere. There is a few lines where you will like cross back and forth, but so if you notice, I always say this in the stream, this could be a case. That jump, man, leaves you off. Like, that should have been dead. But I always say in the stream that I have to go quiet when I'm like concentrating because I find it so difficult to like talk and actually do laps what was that? We got a 50. 2 seconds at my quickest. I'll leave it there. If you want to go see 2 seconds quicker lap time, go watch my stream. Right, so I actually said this to JV. He should, like, in between Moto, so when you finish Moto 1, you're waiting for people to join in or just hang around for them, whatever. For Moto 2, he should put in, like, I don't know, I just said, like, freestyle jumps or a little mini motocross track, like a pit bike track or something. And, now, not saying he'd done it because I commented that, like, it's probably, like, an idea of his own or maybe somebody else said it to him. But I did say it to him, like, 2-3 days before this track actually dropped. So, I don't know. But nonetheless, it's here. And it was actually fun. So last night, like, when I joined for Moto 2, everybody was over here ripping on this, which was fun. Like, it's just better than rather than actually just being stuck in the pits and going up and down or whatever, you know. You kind of get a little bit warmed up, you know. Test your, like, corners, test, I don't know, braking. Even though I know a lot of guys play this game, they don't even brake half the time. They can just, that's a skill thing again. I feel like I have to brake. Like here, I'll double tap the brake just to get this corner perfect. But yeah, guys, this is a little mini, what would we call it? It is a pit bike track, man. But I mean, I don't see anybody who's going to come in here on a pit bike just to ride this. You know, because they're not really going to go around the actual circuit on a pit bike. Well, at least I feel, man. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. So yeah, guys, that's basically the recap, and this is the little pit bike track. So, I mean, I think I've covered everything. I've told you how my race went. Wait, I didn't actually. Did I say what position I got? I don't think I did. My bad. Jeez. So oh wait, I did. I think, but anyway. We got P20. We scored 1 point. I believe I actually said it. Just actually forgot that I said it until I said it. If that makes sense. God, brain do be asleep sometimes. Yeah, guys, I mean, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.